Welcome, race fans. Tonight, IWCR takes to the Super Speedway of Talladega, 2.66 miles around here. They're going to be doing 100 laps. No resets here tonight, folks. You wreck it, you got to sit on pit road and get it fixed up. The same old stuff. You know that. You guys listen to me all the time talk about that, but that's the way it is. You sit on pit road and get it fixed. Little bit of change up here. These guys, they're got a couple of drivers that will not be here tonight. Jimmy Mullis not here tonight. He is second in points. So let's run down through the top. Colton Davis not going to be here either, but we'll run down through the top 10 here as of tonight. Coming into tonight, Jesse Schwartz with a 4-point lead over Jimmy Mullis. So that should afford him a little bit of a pull away there in the points with Jimmy not being here. Jimmy in second, 4 points behind. Thomas Brandner picked up 2 positions last week. He's our only 3-time champion here at IWCR. And he is in third, but he is 31 points behind the leader. Only 27 behind Jimmy Mullis that is not here. So he may be able to close that gap up a little. Bernard Persson loses 1 position last week. He goes back to 4th. Jason Martin in 5th place, picking up 2 positions. DeAndre Artis dropping 2 positions last week, down to 6th. Chris Pence dropping a position. He is in 7th. Michael Gonzalez picking up a position there. He'll be in 8th. Thomas Keene 9th. And Evan Schroeder rounds out the top 10. Now, just to kind of cover this, Joshua Schwartz, I did want to mention, as after last week, he picked up 7 positions and goes into 11th, and Daniel Smallwood tied with him, picked up 6 positions. So both of them had excellent points races last week. So, man, it's going to be exciting here tonight to see how much it's going to get shook up tonight. Appreciate y'all joining me here, and yeah, 100 laps tonight, boy, under the Super Speedway of Talladega. One thing that these guys are going to have to watch out for tonight is that dreaded bumper hook. We've seen it in the past at super speedways. And these guys, if you get a little bit too close to the back of somebody, you can hook them and you can spin them out. And we all know what happens if you get hooked at the super speedway here, like Talladega or Daytona, you're going to take out a lot of cars with you. We don't want to see that happen. We don't want to see a big pile up. We don't want to see the big one. We know it's going to happen. We just don't know when it's going to happen. So hopefully these guys do think smart and think about that before they make that move and get up there and try pushing somebody. Especially, maybe save that till you get down close to the end of the race. When you get about 5 to go, then start pushing the daylights out of somebody. Well, Scott's not here tonight. I'll be by myself in the booth, so we'll try to do the best we can here, keeping you informed of everything. So, folks, make sure you hit that thumbs up button there, and if it's your first time here, please do subscribe. We got a little less than 3 minutes left till qualifying, so it's coming down to the mark. The thing that these guys are going to be looking for out here tonight is they're going to be looking for a partner, a teammate, somebody to help them. Draft is going to be very, very critical here tonight. You don't want to be left out of that draft and be left to fall backwards. You're talking about 8 to 10 miles an hour difference in speed, whether you're in the draft or out of the draft. So that's a lot. All right, folks, we're going to step away and play our national anthem. We'll be back in just a minute here with qualifying underway. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back in. Qualifying is underway. We haven't had a time come in yet, but we should shortly here. Got a pretty good size field, not overly sized, just a decent size, so should be some good racing. Probably fewer cautions that way. We all know, the more cars are out there on the track, the more they are apt to have more cautions. So, wish all the drivers the best of luck out here tonight. This is going to be an anybody shooting match, as we always talk about. It's anybody can win here at Talladega, and you just got to be at the right place at the right time. But it does take a certain set of skills here to drive super speedways. There is a lot for the drivers to pay attention to out there, more so than on the short tracks, in my opinion. Hey Abbas, how you doing? Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood tuning in tonight. Good to see Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood in chat. They'll be in there probably saying hello to us here in a minute. They're probably getting their drinks and their snacks and ready to watch Daniel try to bring it to victory lane. I did get a word in with him a little bit there. He's got to run on a sporting a brand new paint job on his car. I don't know if, let me see if I can find him on the track here real quick, and we'll see if we can get a look at. He hasn't taken the time yet, so I don't think he's even off the pit road. But he's got the whole car is covered with pictures of Dale Earnhardt Jr. All different pictures, so it'll be really cool to see it. He said he's going to try to get it into victory lane tonight. Hey Thomas, how you doing? Hey, James. Welcome, everybody. Late night on a Friday night. What else you got to do, right? Watch a little NASCAR. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood. There's Daniel out there. We're going to check out his car. Let me see if I can find him on the track before he finishes his... we'll get a little bit closer look here. You can see all the different pictures on his car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's pretty amazing. Let's see if I can get in there and zoom in a little closer. I'd say he's a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. Pretty cool, though. All right, looks like he's done qualifying. Guys, it's starting to wind down here. Most of the guys that are going to turn a qualifying lap have done so. There may be a few that will not, might want to start in the back. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, sorry you couldn't be here tonight, brother. Come back next week. See what you can do next week. Got to get them bonus points and get caught back up and try to take over the points lead. You'll be all right. Well, folks, if it's your first time checking out the new sponsor button there, you feel like you want to sponsor MaxSpeedTV, please do so. Hit that sponsor button. We appreciate all you sponsors. And you can also hit that thumbs up. Give us a like on the video. Don't forget that. And please subscribe if it's your first time here. It happens, Jimmy. It happens. Been there and done it myself. Keen taking over the pole. Oh, Jesse Schwartz spanking that one down by 2/100ths of a second. Really close times all the way back through, man. Oh, man. All within less than a tenth, folks. Well, about a tenth. Not even a tenth, no. Less than a tenth. Good night. I don't think he won't gap you that much. You still got a lot of races to go, Jimmy. Hey, Caleb. You're not racing tonight, Caleb? You need to get in your race there, Caleb. Don't let one bad race ruin it for you. Come on, man. Let's see you in here racing. A lot of people do that. They have one bad race and then they just don't come back. But, you have bad races wherever you go. All right, coming down to the final minute here of qualifying. It looks like, I think we've got just about everybody that is going to qualify has turned a lap. There's still got a couple out here. James Coulibaly turned on a lap right now. See what he can do. Oh man, that's a bummer. What the heck? The session won't load. You try closing your browser out and reopen it. Sometimes it's your cache. Sometimes is messed up or something. I know I've seen in the forums people have been having some problems. I don't know. Has it happened to you earlier, like the last couple of days since that last update or something? Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, are you in TeamSpeak, Caleb? You're in TeamSpeak. Heck, you could come up to the booth with me if you wanted. I don't see you in TeamSpeak though. If you wanted to come and hang out with me in the booth, you could. You ain't got nothing better to do. Oh, that's right. You can't get in. Duh. All right. Well, anyhow, root your drivers on, your teammates. So, all right. Getting everybody down here on the grid. Let's see where everybody lines up here, folks. Jesse Schwartz taking the pole with a 50.975. Great lap. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Keene will start on the outside of the front row in second. Justin Warner starting third. Joshua Schwartz fourth. Charles Grant Jr. in fifth. Jarrett Schwartz, excuse me. We got too many Schwartzes in there. I'm kidding. He will start in sixth place. Thomas Brandner, three-time champion here at IWCR, 3 seasons in a row, and he's trying to come back and win another championship. He will start back in seventh place. Chris Pence in eighth, I'm sorry. Thomas Vanessa, he will start ninth. Evan Schroeder, 10th. James Koulibaly, 11th. Scott Johnson in 12th. Daniel Smallwood starting 13th. James Hobgood will start 14th. Brian Helm, 15th. Kevin Burris, 16th. Logan Powers, good to see Logan back. He'll start in 17th. Michael Gonzalez back in 18th. The first one to not take a qualifying time. Travis Browder, 19th. Tony Pizarro, good to see Tony back in. He'll start 20th. DeAndre Artis, closing up there in points. Good thing he showed up here tonight. He didn't want to lose them points. He will be in 21st. Bernard Person, 22nd. Steven Spears, 23rd. Brent Lay, 24th. Brian Friend, 25th. Randall Drake, 26th. Scott Russell, 27th. Justin White, 28th. All right, that'll wrap up the grid. We get ready to roll off here. Nice size field. We did get a couple of people that looks like a couple of people didn't start. Tony Pizarro. Let me check and see if he's here. No, he is not, and neither is Brian Friend. So those two not starting. They could be having issues too, Caleb. Aw, Tony, no way. Steven Pearson. How come you're not in here, Steven? What the heck? Got a lot of guys not in the race here tonight that are regulars here that we're used to seeing. Well, at least I'm glad you're all in chat. Enjoy yourself. Let me give you the rundown of everything and kick back and relax. Don't have to do any racing tonight. You can sit here and watch the racing. How's that? We're just about ready to get the green flag here in just a second. I know, Jimmy, you probably didn't want to see Jesse grab that pole. He gets bonus points for that pole. Yeah, that'll just help you or help him pull away from you even more. So long race though, 100 laps. A lot can happen in 100 laps. Pace car's in. Now the best advice I could give these guys would be just to ride for a little while and kind of get things sorted out. All right.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And there's the green flag. Jesse does get a run. Well, Tony, you should still be able to make it in. I don't know why you wouldn't. Yeah, I know what you mean, Caleb. Tony, you should still be able to make it in. Keen right up under the back of Jesse Schwartz. Josh on the outside there, nobody to work with. He's probably going to go backwards. He's going to duck it back down in. Looks like his teammate Jarrett Schwartz let him get back down into the groove there. They're starting to run single file quite a ways back. James Coulibaly, Daniel Smallwood. A little bit of a gap back to Scott Johnson. I don't see anybody way back because they're not going to give that. They're not going to give that space in between them. So this is where they got to be really careful, because if something does happen up there in the front, you get cars that get together, they got to check up pretty quick or they're going to wind up getting involved in it. Charles Grant Jr. into 6th place. Branner pulling out. Want to do that too awful much or he'll wind up losing the draft off of that front group. Chris Pence into 8th place. And it looks like they're going to try a second groove. And they're going to pass up Thomas Keene. Man, how did he get out of shape right there? He's going backwards, folks. We got that second groove working up there now. Charles Grant Jr., Thomas Branner trying to go to the outside. Justin Warner goes into 2nd. Trying to get down there, get a little side draft. Jarrett Schwartz on the inside. Looks like the inside line's working pretty good. Branner, they duck it back down into the bottom. They get back in line. We have more of them coming up through. That looks like the number 41 there. Gotta find them here first. Chris Pence, those guys trying to find something on the high side. Daniel Smallwood pulls out. And he ducks it back into line. Everybody wants to stay in line for right now. That kind of let Logan Powers get hung out there. And Logan's picked up 5 positions since the drop of the green flag, so he's doing all right. Steven Spears almost losing the draft of that front group, but he does have the back group being driven by DeAndre Artis that will catch up to Steven, and he'll join right in with them. They'll get him back up to the front, I should say. Coulibaly about to lose the draft. Well, so far up front, it's been all Jesse Schwartz for 5 laps, folks, out of 100. Hey, James. All right, Brandner looking to the outside. Now may have a little help up there. Thomas Keene working with him. Keene started out in second. Boy, he got shuffled back to 8th real quick. In the inside there, Thomas Vanessa. He's still holding on to the inside. Charles Grant Jr. comes back to the outside in front of Brandner. He liked that outside, felt comfortable up there, and it's got to be the only way you're going to make a pass because it's so difficult to pass here. You just got to be very, very patient, and it will come to you if you're just patient enough. We might have a challenge for the lead. Charles Grant Jr. with a little bit of a lead there, being pushed by Thomas Brandner. Jesse Schwartz might lead. He might lose that lead here. Let's see what they can do. Usually the inside line is a preferred line here. Is a lot faster. It is the shortest way around the track. So the inside line does get a little faster in the turns, but on the straightaways, the outside line comes back. And at the line, it's going to be Charles Grant Jr. leading his first lap of the race. Wow, nice push. Only 4 cars up there. Usually it works better with about 5. But these guys aren't getting real pushy right now because they know that dreaded bumper hook. Golly, man, you do not want that bumper hook. And Charles comes down in front of the leader, Jesse Schwartz. Dumping off Thomas Brandner. Brandner now, he'll get a push there from Thomas Keene and probably do the same. And here comes Daniel Smallwood. He's up underneath these guys as well, up on the high side. Moving up through the field, started 13th, and he's running in 7th. If you can pick up that many positions in 9 laps, things are looking up for you. Doing real well. Jesse Schwartz comes out in front of Thomas Brandner. Wants to retake that lead from Charles Grant Jr. He's got a little bit of a run here on the backstretch. Let's see if he can get it. Brandner pretty much giving him a good push down the straightaway, but I'll tell you what, when it comes to the turns, you got to back off of them. If you don't, oh boy, they get that bumper hook. Yeah, you know what, Dick? I think a lot of us miss that tandem. That was so much fun back in them days. I think a lot of us miss it. Jesse Schwartz comes back down in front of Charles Grant Jr. to retake the lead. Brandner still on the high side. Whoa, a little block in there maybe? What happened there? Jesse's going to go, wow, they're splitting this. Look at this. Jesse's going to go backwards. Jimmy Mullis has got to be smiling about that. Jesse's back to 6th. Jimmy, are you watching this? I don't know if he's still there or maybe he went to bed. Charles Grant Jr. back in the lead. And look at this, folks. They're 3 wide up here in this pack. Holy smokes. Really early for that 3 wide stuff. Keene up on the high side. Driving a Ford. There's what 3 wide looks like. Wow, some pretty good racing going on. Brian Helm picking up a couple of positions. Kevin Burrs. Oh, we got a hook.
Somewhere.
Oh, Brander involved in that. Let's go see what happened, folks. That had to have been a bumper hook. Oh, first caution of the race out, folks. Let's watch Brander here. He's got Josh Schwartz up in front of him. Jesse behind him. And he kind of got the sandwich, piece of meat in the middle of the sandwich right there, and he gets it from Jesse Schwartz behind him. Oh, no. Thomas hit, but I think he'll be okay. He'll be all right, I think. Yeah, he'll be all right. It was just a little shot in the back there. He'll be okay. Got a few other ones spinning there, though. The number 75, Michael Gonzalez. Oh, man. Good job there by the number 6, James Coulibaly. Saves it. A couple other spin. Justin White, he spins. No contact. So Charles Grant Jr. will hold on to the lead. Josh Schwartz in second. Justin Warner third. Jarrett Schwartz fourth. And Logan Powers now fifth. I'm sure we're going to see pit stops. Jimmy's playing a game with Colton. What? What? I know both of those guys are out this week. I'm sure we're going to see pit road right here, folks. Yes, sir. Coming in. All right, let's see who's going to win the race off of pit road. Most of the guys just taking a two-tire change. So Charles Grant Jr. will get out of pit road first. Now, I don't know if Logan Powers missed his pit stall or what happened there, but I don't think he even took tires. He might have just took a splash of gas. Well, we'll see if we can't maybe talk to Logan if I can find him. I don't see Logan in here. I guess we won't talk to Logan. Let's talk to, well, how about we talk to Scott Russell. You got a copy?
I do, Rudy. How are you?
I'm doing well, brother. Man, great job there coming off of pit road. You did a fantastic job. You come up, started 27th. You're up to 14th. How's the car feeling? Do you got a winning car?
I think everybody's got a winning car tonight, Rudy. It feels good. I'm just trying to take my time and miss the wrecks.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys kind of really taking it easy there, but it looked like we had a couple of drivers that may have got just a tick over aggressive there, but that dreaded bumper hook, you're aware of it, correct? I mean, hopefully all the drivers out there are.
Oh, yeah. I've been trying not to even push anybody yet. It's still early. I'm just trying to be patient, Rudy. Got to be there at the end to win.
That's right. Exactly. Yes. Well, all right. Well, I'll let you go, and I'll try to get somebody else up here, but good luck out there, Scott.
Thank you, Rudy.
Well, how about we talk to Steven Spears? Steven, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Steven, what's going on out there? You staying clear of those bumper hooks?
Yeah, kind of just keeping it clean today, you know. Trying not to get hooked again, like Daytona. It's been pretty clean so far.
That's what the drivers just kind of dread when you get to a super speedway. You just, because of that dreaded bumper hook, everybody knows it, and you just cringe when you say, "Oh, super speedway," you know.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's the plan here? You got a partner?
Yeah, working with a couple of the checkers and wreckers guy, Keen, Smallwood, and whatnot, but a couple of them got damaged up in that wreck, so just kind of hanging out here. We'll see what's going to happen. Long way to go.
Yes, sir. Very, very, very true. All right. Well, good luck out there, Stephen.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right. Charles Grant. Going to lead him to the line. Logan Powers starting on the outside of the front row. Justin Warner, Chris Pence in the second row. Josh Schwartz and Travis Browder in the third row. Now, Browder's come from 19th up to 6th place, or 5th place. 5th or 6th. I'm not sure which he is here. 6th. Yeah, he's 6th. So, coming up through the field, that does kind of shake it up a little bit. Looks like we got a couple of drivers taking them behind the wall. Michael Gonzalez and Kevin Burris. I guess Michael's not in here. I was going to drag him up to the booth with me, but he must have left. Yep, he left. Okay. Oh, well. I guess Gonzalez didn't want to come up to the booth. That's all right. 24 drivers left in the race, folks, and they're all still on the lead lap. We're about to go back green here on lap 17 out of 100. Pace car's in.
Ready, green, 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 green.
All right, there's the green. Logan Powers got a good jump. Everybody gets up to speed here. Take them about a full lap to get up to speed, folks. Randall Drake way back in the field here. Only picked up 3 positions since the start of the race, and he does have a little bit of damage. No, I guess not. Must have been a shadow there. He's kind of taking it easy right now. I don't know what. He's still not feeling up to par. He said he was very, very sick last week. If y'all remember, he didn't even race last week. For Randall to miss a race, you know he had to be pretty sick. Josh Schwartz in third. I know Thomas Brander took that shot there. Let's see where he's at. He's back in 17th. Looks like he got a little bit of that damage fixed up, and it wasn't any front end damage, so that's a good thing. It was just where he tapped the wall there with the back end, so I don't really think that's going to hurt his drafting too awful much, because mainly the drafting is off the front end. As long as he's got a good pusher, he'll be good to go. He's got Brian Helm behind him. He's good. Grant on a mission here to try to lead the most laps and win this race here tonight. This would be really good. Another notch on his belt. Warner looking on there in second. Jarrett Schwartz, last season's champion, running in 4th place, coming from 6th. A lot of win-hungry guys sitting right here. Logan Powers going backwards. He's trying to see if he can't find a place to get in there, but nobody wants to let him in. Randall,
Hi, Rudy.
what happened?
People don't know how to drive. They can't even pace lap. It's unbelievable. I'm so irate right now.
Okay. Are you done for the night then, or?
It doesn't pay for me to race. I was fine before when I avoided the wreck. I got a little tap from behind and messed up my back, but I was completely fine. But for some strange reason, the 6 decided to just brake under caution. It caused a huge checkup on the start, and everybody was accordion infected, and I got slammed in from behind. And made me hit the guy in front of me, and my hood went up. I was like, this doesn't pay for me to race at this point.
Oh man, it's a bummer.
Yep. Well, I called it. I told you I'd probably be up here before the race was over.
Yeah, you did. You did. Well,
If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
I know. Well, maybe you get to feeling better next week. You can come back and resurrect that. Maybe you can fix that.
Yeah,
you can do better.
It's stuff like that that makes me not want to run the league anymore. Not that I'm going to do that, but
I know it gets frustrating. I understand.
anyway, I'll come down here in a second.
Are you going to get back out there? Or?
No, it doesn't pay at this point. I'm not going to be able to keep pace because of my hood damage. Aerodynamically, I won't be as fast as others. So I was fine before, even though I had rear end damage.
Now, Koulibaly, the last one in that lead group, and it's about 1.2 seconds back to the second group of Steven Spears, Thomas Brandner, all these guys, and they're trying to get closed up on that. They are making a little bit of headway here. They're starting to gain a little bit of ground on them, but they need to tighten up that group, and they would be right back up there with them.
Yes, that's a little loose, though. Coming off the corners. It's hard to stay locked in on somebody in front of you.
Uh-huh.
You're so worried about overcorrecting coming out of the corner. Just a tick. It's not. I mean, it's not to the point where it's wrecking loose, but you can feel a little bit pull. If you watch a lot of the cars coming out of turn 2, you'll see the little wiggle. A lot of guys go to almost to the left side of the yellow line there a little bit.
Yep.
A little over adjustment you watch.
Well, Brent Lay picking up 4 positions since the drop of the green flag. Some of the guys are out. Keen way in the back here now. After starting second, finds himself in 21st. Wow.
Got no damage there. I wonder if he just trying to save it for later because after what happened earlier with some of the guys up front. Maybe
he's seen some stuff up there he didn't really like and said, you know what, I think I'll just back off here and ride for a little while. It's a long race, and that's the thing. Guys don't want to get too overly aggressive to start right out,
Yeah.
Daniel Smallwood way back here, and he did get into that. He did get quite a bit of damage on his car. Doesn't have anybody to work with. He's just going to start dropping like a rock here. Justin White, another one. He's well off the pace.
Justin and Daniel and myself, and I think there might have been 1 or 2 other guys that got caught up in that restart mess up.
Wow.
It's interesting. Everybody's more or less single file here. Wonder how long it'll take them to get 2 and 3 wide like they did before. Or will patience prevail?
And Logan Powers now trying to use a little side draft there. He does have the position. He did pick up a few of them positions back. Now he's on the outside of Joshua Schwartz and trying to pick up more, but Boy, he sure could use a little help up there. 4 or 5 cars up there together can really run well. He seems to be doing pretty good by himself, don't he?
It's doing all right. In that side draft.
Yep. Heck, he might just take over the lead here by himself.
Now that would be impressive.
Yeah.
Sure that doesn't have a number 3 on the side of it?
Yeah, that's
or an 88 rather.
Yeah, really. Well, we got a second group coming up through. That's being led. Let me see. I think that's a 23. Where's he at? Bernard Person. Yeah, these guys are coming up through. That's going to come up and catch him and probably give him a little bit of help. DeAndre Artis into that group. And you notice these guys are staying off each other pretty good now. That was kind of unfortunate there, but what happened between Jesse and Thomas Brandner, it just...
they were saying something about netcode. I don't know. I didn't get to see it. I wasn't that far up.
No, I didn't.
We were hanging back to try to avoid,
Yeah. I didn't see any. I'm not saying there wasn't. I just didn't see any. It looked like Thomas was kind of like the meat in the middle of the sandwich there, and I forget who was ahead, but Jesse was behind, and he just kind of like bumped Brandner in the tail, and boy, he just went right around.
Well, the interesting thing with this is that the way iRacing is made, and Logan Powers still lead, by the way.
Yeah, he did. Took it right down in front of Charles Grant.
I was gonna say what iRacing did with the draft model, that bubble of air is so huge.
Yeah.
Even some of these guys that do have damage, rather, they're not necessarily out of it if it's just rear end damage. They won't be able to get pushed if someone does get to their bumper, but that bubble of air is huge, and that's where everybody's getting their runs from.
Right. Well, Logan Powers just let his first lap of the race come from 17th to the lead. And that last little bit, well, not the last little bit, the last couple laps there, but he did most of that by himself till he got a little help there from, who was that? Bernard Person.
Logan almost got a little loose out of 4. And that's,
yeah.
I mean, out of 2, rather, sorry.
I did see that, yeah. Not sure if he got a little shot there from Charles Grant behind him or if it just got arrow loose. Coming up on Daniel Smallwood, put him a lap down. That's so unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can get that car fixed up and get back out there and be competitive again.
And Daniel's season's Daniel's season has been either, peaches or lunch or the other.
Yep, that's a fact, yes. All right, coming up on him.
It was fun to see Daniel racing good. I hate to see anybody's racing bad. Not bad, just having bad luck.
And there they go, on by. Logan Powers leads another lap. Well, Jared Schwartz, last season's champion, back in 9th. He is actually way back 15th in points. He's not had a good season this season at all. Hey, Spencer. Cole, well, we got a lot of people in chat now. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Great show in the works here. Looks like Daniel is coming to pit road again here. He does get passed up, so he's going to come to pit road. So unfortunate for him to have that damage like that. I think he's going to probably try to sit there and get it fixed up. That's what it's looking like. Travis Browder coming from 19th to 10th. He's been quietly sneaking up there. Scott Russell, another one coming from 27th to 11th. So we've got a few big movers. Like I said, it did shake it up there with a few things. We got a couple of drivers coming in. Scott Russell and James Coulibaly coming into pit road here. Green flag pit stops. And a few others right in behind them too. Evan Schroeder, Brian Helm, Brent Lay. These guys all coming into pit road.
It's interesting because these guys are not teammates. So it's interesting. They're either just off pace or just riding together as a group.
Could be.
They all seem to have like just a ninja of damage. So.
All right, Daniel's down and away. Many laps down, though. It's going to be so difficult for him to get any of them laps back. All he can do is hope that maybe a big one happens out there and takes out some of the field or something. But the way it's looking right now, Randall, I don't know. It's looking pretty good. This has been a pretty good race.
Well, this is usually what happens at this point in the race when the green flag pit cycle is kind of come into play. They start to split up a little bit, and then you start to see green flag runs.
Scott Johnson and Tom Vanessa come into pit road. Those two are teammates. Running in the Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Free Agents team. The Lone Wolf team.
Screaming, pick me up, pick me up.
Yeah, here they go. No tires.
Looks like you got some guys pitting in now.
Yeah, they're coming off. Okay. Yep, they're coming in now. Leaders all coming in, and Joshua Schwartz is going to stay out there to lead a lap. Holy smokes, this is... Oh, Brander off. Wow. I don't know if he'll get an unsafe pit entry for that or not.
Yeah, he was coming in hot to pass a few cars, and then he just locked them up.
Wow. Well... See who's going to win the race off of pit road here. Some guys taking 2 tires, some taking none. Some guys are even taking 4.
I think none is a bad idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
Two you can get away with here. You definitely with this setup and the tire model and everything, you can not get away with 0. You'll be loose as anything.
Well, the J. Schwartz Motorsports guys stayed out. Josh led a lap, but they're coming in together here, all 3 of them, all 3 teammates. Oh, wow. Lock them down, baby. Lock them down. Wow, Jesse just about lost it right there. I don't know how he kept that car under control.
What I'm curious is everybody's spread out here. Because they're spread out, I'm curious to see if they'll all get back together here and form up.
Oh, Jesse had to back up in his pit stall. Big mistake for Jesse. He's got to get out of there with his teammates, so 2 tire change and he is away. Wow. All right, so these guys hold on to the lead for right now, but here comes Logan Powers and Charles Grant Jr. They were the first 2 off of pit road. They are going to get by them because there's no way they're going to get up to speed in time, I don't think.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, they're going to get passed up here on the backstretch. So those 5 will probably get joined back up together eventually.
I mean, assuming Jesse can get there, but guys behind him are coming so fast, so furious that Jesse will be fine. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, these guys are really powering it down now. Justin Warner, Tom Vanessa.
What'll be interesting is when this group of 2 catches those guys, they'll have to go 3 wide because they'll be coming faster than they're going.
Logan Powers holds on to the lead, him and Charles Grant. You got about 1.3 seconds over Joshua Schwartz. Well, we're going to find out if 3 cars are faster than 2. I think they are. I've heard that they are. So that now that they're catching them, they are in that window where they can start sniffing that draft off of Charles Grant Jr. there. So they're starting to close the gap now. So we're going to have a 5-car pull away right there. But this second group, boy, they better get busy.
They'll probably get there. I mean, they're moving and grooving.
Yeah, eventually they will. Yep. they were 50% fuel. Is that what it is? We got somebody coming.
Yes. Sir.
Travis Browder coming into pit road with smoke coming out of his
I'll
motor.
I'll go looking back what happened with him once again.
Oh no! Yeah, I can too. I can go see what happened here. I don't know if he got into the wall or what happened. Oh, he was smoking coming in.
He blew his engine coming on off of the apron. That's interesting.
Oh no! Might have been a missed shift or something there. Yeah, that second group is starting to close the gap. They're down to 2 seconds, led by Justin Warner. He's a good guy.
Thomas Brander took his car behind. By the way, sorry, Rudy.
Oh, yeah, he did. Doggone it. And he left TeamSpeak too. Oh, man.
And Thomas and I were talking beforehand, and Jimmy Mullis and Colin Davis not running. I thought this was a really good opportunity for him to make up some points. And
right.
Again, another set of bad luck for him tonight.
Yep, well, he'll make up a few points, but not very many.
Nope. But yeah, you were asking me about the 50% fuel cell. The whole purpose and the reason why we've done that for the 12 seasons is to try to keep back racing,
Right.
As go on big green flag runs here where it does last a long period of time. The 50% fuel cell just forces green flag pit stops, which is, if we're running 100 laps, there's a caution and another caution and whatever. I want to see some green flag pit stops, and that's
right.
That's the fun of it, and makes the strategy come into play when we come here. So that's the reason why we do it.
Oh, Travis Browder's taking his car behind the wall. I think that engine letting go, that's 30 minutes on pit road minimum. I've heard guys taking up to like 45 minutes to have an engine changed. So
he's done.
Yep. Warners, they're actually losing a little bit of time now. They shouldn't be, but they are. And I think that's where they finally decided, you know what, we got to get in single file here, folks, or we're going to wind up losing them guys up front. Warner might be on the radio talking to them guys and telling them, look, get right, single file, stay right behind me, let's go. Good guy to have in the charge of the lead pack right there.
Well, you got a smart driver behind him in Bernie.
Yes, sir.
Keen's back there, Pence, Russell. You got some guys that know how to drive smart. So
I don't know what happened to DeAndre Artis, but man, he's way back here by himself. I don't know. He had a lengthy pit stop, so I'm thinking it must have been maybe a speeding penalty on pit road.
No, I think he was the one that was tattooed by Brander coming into the pits.
Oh, okay. Tattooed.
He was just in front of him. Yeah, if you look at his rear bumper there,
yeah.
he's got this Thomas Brander right in the middle.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep, I seen that when they were coming to pit road.
I feel bad for Thomas. He's just had a terrible run of luck lately.
He sure has.
He did say a lot of it has been his own fault, believe it or not.
Well, Smallwood, I don't know if he's got much of the damage fixed on his car, but he did pick up another position. So he goes into 21st. Actually, 2 more positions there. He got around Thomas Brander and Travis Browder. So he picks up 2 positions. Just keep picking them off one at a time, Daniel. That second group is in the draft here, folks. They are in that 1 second window reaching Jesse Schwartz. And they are closing the gap down to 9/10.
The funny part, Rudy, is by the time they catch him, they're going to have to pit again.
Yeah. 6/10.
That's where those pit stops are so crucial.
Well, now you were talking about these guys having a full head of steam when they catch up to them. This is probably what's going to happen too, because with Warner, he's probably going to want to take that whole group of cars with him and go around the outside of these guys. Now, if they all followed along with him, they would be able to make that pass.
It'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah.
I would think if I'm him, I'm going to the outside, but
yep.
I don't know what his fuel window looks like here because I'm not sure when they were last on pit road.
Well, they were just on pit road here On lap 33, and they're only on, so they were only on pit road 11 laps ago.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So yeah, if it doesn't pay by the time you actually get up to the front there, you know, you're lap 14, 15 of a 20 lap run. Do you stay where you are, or do you risk it? You know.
Right. Well, Evan Schroeder's got to get busy here because he needs to get Thomas Brander with him, and but no pushing, no pushing. You don't want to get on the bumper of somebody and give them a shove. Well, yeah, Caleb, that's what Randall was saying, that the cars seem to be, the setup seems to be awful loose out there tonight.
It's
I don't
just
know.
a little loose off the corner.
Yeah, I have seen that before too. I've seen guys where you really got to be up on the wheel when you're coming out of the corner.
Yeah, the set that we're running is not the iRacing stock set. It's just a couple of tweaks.
Yeah. Well, Scott Russell took to the outside here. Now he's looking for somebody to go with him. Oh, man. Almost looked like Brander and Schroeder were going to go out there, but they decided not to. But they have caught up to him. Now we've got a 14-car draft here. All the way back to Scott Johnson.
This is what the fixed set with the 50% fuel cell was meant to do. Bring everybody back together.
Yep. It's done it. Steven Spears, Brent Lay, and Brian Helm. These guys, these three working together. Bob Good and DeAndre Artis. That's good. DeAndre's got some company now. He can they can actually stay ahead of the leaders and not be put a lap down. And all they can do right now is pray for a caution and be able to get caught back up to the field.
Exactly what I said, Rudy. What do you go? I think that he tucked in behind him, and he doesn't look like he's going to try to make the run.
Yep.
Think he's fuel window is probably going to be so close that it doesn't pay to go up high to figure out how you're going to get back down.
Very true. Very true. Yep. Hey, you wouldn't want to be trapped up there where you gotta stay high, you know, and you ain't got enough fuel to go around another lap. Oh boy, that wouldn't be good.
Well, it's also frustrating too, because if the guys too that are on the low line are pitting, for some reason, just the guys on top always seem to get screwed or get caught up in a wreck.
Yep, that is true. And boy, you don't want to be going full speed and have to really check up to get down into the bottom lane, because you're going to wind up and maybe taking somebody out with you along the way. And man, that's not a good thing.
It's about making smart decisions, especially if you're coming in on two tires.
Yep.
You got to really be smart when you're pitting.
Well, they've kind of pulled away a little bit from Thomas Vanessa and Scott Johnson. These guys have kind of almost, well, they haven't lost the draft yet. But they're going to have to be very, very careful here. If they get much more back there, they're about a half a second off a Koulibaly. When you get past about 9/10 of a second or a full second, you will lose the draft. Well, Logan Powers has got to be loving life right now. He's going to be tying the most laps led with Charles Grant Jr. on this lap. Each got 19 laps. Jesse Schwartz led the first 8, and Joshua Schwartz led 2. And we're almost at the halfway mark. And these guys
there's a driver that I've seen a ton of improvement. I've been really impressed with.
Yep.
And you know how you say you see certain people just improve, but like I feel like Josh Schwartz's level of improvement this year from last year alone is significantly noticeable.
Yeah, well, I think being on that team with Jarrett and Jesse, you know, Jesse's brother and Jarrett, they're no relation, but them three have just, man, I'm telling you what, they're very impressive out there.
Yeah, they are. My former teammates are very impressed with all three of those guys.
Yep. I mean, Jarrett's already got a championship under his belt. Jesse, I think, yeah, he's got a championship under his belt. Josh doesn't yet. Oh,
Evan
Evan.
Schroeder just totally
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yep. Oh no.
His quality's down to 50.
Oh, there he's back. Oh man, that was horrible right there. And here comes, well, that's going to put DeAndre Artis and James Hobgood a lap down. They did finally catch him, and they will go a lap down now. They tried so hard to stay ahead of them guys, but 2 cars just isn't as fast as that whole pack. All they can do now is just kind of fall into the groove somewhere, find a hole to get ducked down in there on that bottom line and ride for a while. Well, they're going to have pit stops here probably in about the next 1 to 2 laps, because they pitted on lap 33.
Yep, you are point on. They're all talking about it, Rudy.
Yep. So let's see if Logan Powers and company is going to be coming to pit road on this lap or next one. Nope, not going to be this lap, but we're going to see some.
Got 2. Scott Russell and somebody else. I didn't see who the third person was.
James Coulibaly.
Yeah, so this lap coming, you should have a lot of people bidding.
Yep, and Evan Schroeder. Evan Schroeder, I don't know, maybe he come in to try to see if he couldn't figure out why that thing is blinking so much. Or Brent Lay. Brent Lay's in. Brian Helm. Scott Russell's away.
Let's say Evan Schroeder's quality was down to like 30 before it's back up to like 90. That's what his issue was.
Yeah, these guys should be coming in on this lap. Hopefully they give each other plenty of room. Oh, they're not. Wow. Okay. Maybe the next lap.
Not surprising.
Well, now the Schwartzes, they're on a different sequence, so they're probably going to stay out there for another couple laps, or
Yeah.
at least 1, maybe 2 laps. So they are on a different pit sequence. Yeah, they pitted on lap 34, where the rest of everybody else pitted on lap 33. They stayed out there just long enough for Josh to lead a lap. Wow, that was a close call. Man, almost got into the back of the number 90 there, Brent Lay.
I think Logan would have been really upset if something happened there.
Yeah, here they come. A couple of them here anyhow. Charles Grant. Yeah, we got a bunch of them coming in now. That's going to leave the Schwartz brothers out there together.
Keane just locked it up.
Keane. Wow, he did get into the back of Justin Warner, but I don't think he did any damage. It was just a slight bump. Good Lord. He was coming in there pretty hot, wasn't he?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's not gotten a speeding penalty there.
Yeah, probably. And he just misses pit box. He's too close to the wall. Wow.
How are they changing his tires that close to the wall?
Well, they can do it, but it takes longer.
What does he do? Got a couple of Ethiopians working on the other side?
I don't know. Oh, and Logan Powers may have got a speeding penalty too. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh my. Well, Charles Grant Jr. stayed, he's going to stay with them, and so is Thomas Keane. Oh man, you got to be kidding me.
He confirmed he sped. Just sitting over the radio.
Speeding penalty?
That's what Logan said, yep.
Oh man. Well, the Schwartz boys are in. Looks like a 2-tire change for those guys.
Rudy goes right back to what I said before. It's all about strategy and making sure you pit properly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Win or lose a race just on that alone.
Yep. You cannot make a mistake on pit road. That's what I love about green flag pit stops so much, because it throws it all into the driver's hands, you know. A driver
That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it should be.
Yep. He can make a mistake and cost himself the race, and you can't blame it on anybody else. You know, you can only blame it on yourself. We see a lot of races won and lost on pit road just because of that. Well, the Schwartz boys maintain the lead out here. Even though they come off of pit road, they got quite the lead over Tom Vanessa. Now, Vanessa and Scott Johnson, I believe, they are on different pit sequences as well. Let me see. Okay, they were just on pit road on lap 51. Okay, so they're okay. They're okay. They pitted a couple of laps before the Schwartz boys there. They're 5.8 seconds back. And they're losing time. I don't know how they're losing time. Wow. How are they losing time? There's four of them working together and 4 of the leaders working together. How would they be losing time?
They're not up to speed.
Well, Scott Russell up to 8th. Him and James Coulibaly working together. Another pack, Steven Spears, 3 of them. If they could get teamed up there with Russell and Coulibaly, they could probably start marching their way back up to the front. And a third team way back here, Justin Warner, Thomas Keene, Logan Powers, Charles Grant Jr. I think those guys waited up for Logan Powers on that pit stop, so he wouldn't come out alone. That was pretty admirable of them to do, because they didn't have to do that.
I apologize, Rudy. I did not see what was going on. I was dealing with an admin issue.
No, I just said that Charles Grant and Thomas Keene, those guys waited up for Logan Powers on pit road. I said they didn't have to do that, but they did.
That's what teammates do, though. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you want to be a part of having a shot at winning, but.
Yeah, but I don't think
one time we talked about it earlier in the season, Rudy, about, and I apologize, I just stepped on you there, but I said we talked about it earlier in the season about teammates really not playing much of a factor during some of our other races, but this is one track where it does.
But is Logan one of their team members? Because I don't see him in TeamSpeak.
You know what? You're correct. He's not a teammate, but I think maybe because they needed him just as much as he needed them.
Could be. Yep. They pitted together, so yeah, you kind of gotta, you come in together, you want to go out together.
As you said before, three cars are faster than 2.
Yep, and they got 4 of them working together now.
Yeah, they just caught up to Justin Warner, but that took them a little time to get organized too, because they almost ran Justin Warner over.
Well, Josh Schwartz in the lead with his teammate Jarrett Schwartz. Bernard Person into the mix right there. Bernard, that's your teammate.
That it is, and the funny part is the 4 guys that are in first and fourth at one point were all teammates. So
very good.
You know that Jesse and Jared and Josh all totally respect Bernie a lot. So
yep,
it's like an extended member of the family.
Yep. Well, Bernie might have got a little loose there coming out of the corner, and he is going to go to the back there. But something that I haven't seen lately that we used to see, and I know it's probably not as prominent as it used to be, because we used to be able to run right up on the bumper and not worry about that bumper hook quite as much. Lately, it's been just atrocious, off the chain bad, But one thing we noticed, we used to see a lot of the swap draft. You could actually pull away by doing that swap draft, And
they got away from that because of the tandem racing, right?
No, this was just like about 2 or 3 builds ago when you used to be able to do that.
You know what? I'm so used to being wrecked in season tracks.
Yeah, I know.
I can't even comment on it.
Yeah, I know. I used to see that a lot. I still see it in the Indy cars, though. The Indy cars, you can still do it. You just swap. Every turn you swap, And boy, you can just pull away from the field. You push till you start getting hot, and then the guy in the front goes to the back.
No, that makes sense.
and the guy in second goes to the lead. Then when the guy in second again, you know, after they've swapped, he starts getting hot. The guy in the lead goes to the back, and they just keep doing that. And man, I'll tell you, you can just pull away from the whole field. But right now, the way it's looking, these guys ain't got to worry about it.
I do remember that, Rudy. I now that you say it. The one thing I've noticed is that these cars don't suck up the way they used to. It's really all about that bubble air that I was talking about before.
Yep. Well, we're gonna have. They've lost us. Who is that? They lost there. Oh no, that's lap car. Never mind. Never mind. Well, they got DeAndre Artis in with these guys here in this 5-pack here. DeAndre and James Hobgood. So they've kind of drawed in with let's see, who is that? That is, gosh, I can't even find his freaking car number. What the heck? Chris Pence. I'm sorry, my bad. Chris Pence, Tom Vanessa, and Scott Johnson. Yeah, so DeAndre and James Hobgood are right there with them. And they would love to get their lap back right now. Well, folks, we've been almost caution-free. We had one caution real early in the race. And now we're on a nice, long green flag run. Green flag pit stops and all. This is really cool. That's what we like to see, ain't it?
Yes, sir. I wish we had this at the beginning of the race. Or throughout the beginning of the race, anyway.
Well, let's go back and check on Daniel Smallwood. He's still plugging away back here, running 7 laps down. He's not giving up. I know some of these guys, Randall, some of these guys, I preach to them so much. Man, you never want to give up. You know, if that car, if the wheels will turn and you can hit 165, 170 mile an hour, get back out there. You're going to pick up more positions.
90% of the time when I'm racing in a smaller track, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like driving slow on this 2 mile.
I know it.
This huge track, and it's just boring.
Yep.
You know, I can understand it when I'm on a shorter track when there's a little bit of fun with it, because you're like, oh, how am I going to make this corner work with this damage and whatever, but you got nobody to help you draft. You're just kind of like on a Sunday cruise. It's just not that any fun. I do like Daniel's paint scheme, though. The pictures of all the Dale all over the hood.
Yep, I know it.
That's a pretty cool scheme.
Yeah, he was telling me about it, and it's a shame that it got all tore up, but well, hopefully Mom and Dad's still watching them. You know, you never want to give up. You know, watching. It's, you know, you gotta support them all the way to the end. That's Mom and Dad for you.
The Smallwoods, they're a good family.
Yeah, I know it. They're always in chat.
I don't ever remember my parents watch me, play a simulator. So
no, my dad, he was like, you should be out doing something outside. You know, I didn't have games like this when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this other pack of cars is kind of gathered up here, Rudy. I'm curious to see if they can make any headway towards the rest of the guys.
Yeah, they got quite the pack.
Of 10.
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11, I think.
Yeah, not to be confused with the 12 pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott Russell.
As soon as you say 12 pack, I think of my buddy Stephen Pearson.
I know it. Yeah, old Six-Wiser.
Six-Wiser.
Yeah. Heck, he'd have 6 beers drank before the race even started.
I love Steven. He's a good guy.
I know. He was in chat a little bit ago. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood are still there. All right. Well, these guys, you know, what they need to do right now, Randall, they need to get single file back here because, you know, when they're racing side by side like that, they're losing a lot of ground.
Yeah, that they are. They're not really gaining too much. I think last time I looked, they were 11 seconds. Now they're 14. So.
And we got about another 6 laps, and we're going to see some of these guys. Another 5 laps. These guys will start coming in here at pit road, and they're still going to have to make one more pit stop after that. That caution at the beginning kind of messed that all up. That was on lap like 13 or something, so they didn't even get the full 20 lap run in. They should have been able to do this race in 3 pit stops, and now they're going to have to do it in 4. Because they're going to be probably about 10 laps short on fuel. 10, let's see. Yeah, about 10 laps short on fuel.
You know that you short pit so that you can set yourself up.
Right.
Because it takes time to catch all these guys and get gathered back up. So my mantra always was do it earlier rather than later.
Well, but you know, you can look at both sides of the coin on that though, Randall, because if you stayed out there, a caution might come out and then you won't have to do that. See? That's what a lot of the guys do anymore. I don't know. I'm with you. I like to do it early and get it over with. Now I'm done. I'm done with my pit stop, because that can be, and we've already seen mistakes here tonight, but they can be the worst part of your racing night, just by making a bad, pit choice, or slide through your pit, like Jesse did earlier, or Thomas did when he came into pit road and slid off into the grass, got into the back of Justin Warner. Just things like that can happen. So if you can knock that out early, come in a little more relaxed when there isn't quite as much traffic on pit road, I like to do that,
Well, the other part of this, too, is that there's not a lot of side-by-side racing going on out there, so the odds of a caution happening are probably slim.
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. Please give us a thumbs up on that video, and don't forget to subscribe if you've never subscribed here to MaxSpeedTV before. There is a sponsor button there. If you look under the viewing screen, you can click on that. Be a sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. Also, you can leave us a tip on there. I haven't had a tip yet today. And you can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com for the full race schedule. We do broadcast every single night of the week. We have 2 broadcasts every night, some nights even 3 and 4. So, last night I think we had 4 broadcasts going last night, Randall.
You're a busy man.
Oh man, I'm telling you, it was wild. It was wild. Well, let's see. Spears in the lead of this second group. And we got some guys. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, Brian Helm, Chris Pence, and Brent Lay come to pit road. And Evan Schroeder. Evan's way back in 19th place. He is a lap down. Would love to get that lap back. And they might be able to get it back here once the leaders all come to pit road. Now that these guys are in, we've got now the leaders coming around. They're going to put them another lap down. Holy smokes. Those guys are they're alien-like out here, Randall.
Picking them up and putting them down.
I'm telling you, man, that's a good team right there. I'm glad that Bernie's in with them guys. He's going to have a good finish here tonight, as long as everything holds up good for him.
I like to see old Bernie squeeze one out and somehow end up in victory lane.
Never know what might happen. Hey, they always say it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
This is true, my friend. This is true.
William Evans, how you doing, buddy? Good to see him. Good to see these guys in chat. I like to stay conversing with them in chat, Randall. I know you kind of didn't like that before, but that's how we get the viewers. That's, believe me, I've watched hundreds of videos on YouTube. That's how you get viewers. You've got to stay in communication with them, and man, we got a lot of viewers, 55 people watching right now. For a late night.
I would say for those 55 that are watching, we are always taking applications, so as long as your I rating is over 1,500 in a C class, you can be considered.
Well, here they come to pit road, the leaders coming in. Now let's make sure that they do not make any mistakes on pit road. Bernard Person pits way back there. right, he's coming up through. Wow, he's going to come right out with these boys. He's going to join right back up with them. Very good. He's going to come out just like they went in. Almost.
Bernie's a little lagging behind, but he should be able to catch up here.
Oh, yeah. He'll be all right.
As long as he's got Jesse, he should be fine.
Yep, Jesse's probably trail breaking it just a little bit there to let him get caught up, because the four of them were just, man, they've just got this field just whooped, you know. Chris Pence and these guys, they have closed the gap down a little bit here, but they, I do believe, they've already made their pit stops. Yeah, they've already been on pit road. I think. Wait a minute. No, they haven't. Nope. They're going to have to come in for a splash of gas. Those are the ones that were just outside that window. Well, they're all going to have to come in for a splash of gas because they can't make it 28 laps on a tank of fuel.
Now then, you take tires, you take a certain amount of gallons.
Right.
What do you do to finish out? Make sure you finish the rest of the race.
Yeah, I think maybe like halfway through the race or something, I would have taken 4 tires, and then you could have done the 2-tire change the rest of the race, you know. But these guys, a lot of times what they do is they only take, like, this time they'll stop, take right side. Next time they'll stop, take left side. You know, they alternate them, and that's a good strategy to have too. You always, that way you always got 2 fresh tires on.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I'd like to send a special shout out to our sponsor, the Ultimate Body Shop and Nationwide Insurance. Appreciate those guys coming on for season 12 of the IWR.
Yes, sir. It's good to have them back, Randall. Good sponsor.
I just wish Thomas was running a little bit better because he's the one that brought in Ultimate
Yeah.
Body Shop and Nationwide. So,
Well, Charles Grant Jr., him and looks like him and Justin Warren are going to get hooked up together here. Justin may have trail braked it just a little bit there to let Charles get caught up. They're about 3/4 of a lap behind the lead pack right now. Oh, maybe Justin's got a little damage because, boy, Charles is just motoring by here. He's going to take up the point. Maybe that's what Justin wanted him to do, because Justin does have just a tick of damage on that car.
this big pack needs to form up, otherwise they're never going to make any progress.
Excuse me. No, they're not. They're just continuing to drop. They're just about a half a lap behind.
They just lost 0.3 of a second just from not being formed up.
Yeah, because they're racing side by side like that, and you just have no speed whatsoever compared to the leaders. And those guys are, okay, they're running, I'm looking at, let's look at Bernard Person's time. He's running about 198 there. Okay, let's go to Chris Pence. Chris Pence, 199. But they're just, you know, they're not making any progress, like you said.
And they're not gonna too. Either. Just
Well, thank you there, Green Hornet. Hey, George. Got a lot of our regulars in here. That's pretty cool. Brent Lay picking up 13th position since drop of the green flag, coming from 24th to 11th. That's a good solid run.
he deserves a good run. He's Mr. Nice guy out there.
Yep.
He's always moving out of the way for everybody. So
Wow. Big swing there. Scott Russell kind of dodged that one. He's seen that Brent Lake kind of swung up wide, and Scott said, whoa, that was kind of close.
I think they finally got the picture that they need to form up.
Yeah, I think that's what they're, because they're all going to have to stop one more time. So, you know, it's the way it is. They're not going to have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. And with them 4 out front just pulling away.
were smart. They'd all short pit.
Well, they're going to have to go about 3 more laps here, I think. 2 more laps.
I think if you put it on 81, you'd be fine. If I were them, I'd get that entire line to pit and come out straight the way they are.
Yep.
They might catch them.
Yeah, about 2 more laps. That'll put them on lap 81. They could stop, and they'll make it the rest of the way on fuel. They won't have to worry about it. But the thing of it is, they worry about things like that. When you short pit like that, I worry about it because, man, now it come off a pit road and then a caution comes out. Like all what you just did, you just lost it all.
Yep.
It happens, though. It's that chance you got to take.
At this point, these guys, they have nothing to lose. They're all fighting for that top 5. Chris Pence is probably the only one that doesn't have damage out of those first few cars.
They got a heck of a big pack of them here, though. That's a huge pack of cars. And DeAndre Artis is in that pack, but he's in 19th place.
Interesting, that's the first time of a lap they didn't lose time. First lap.
Yep. It's just because they're single file now.
Yep.
And when you're racing
talking about pitting this time.
Racing side by side like that, boy, you lose a lot of time. Who's pitting?
Logan Powers looks like he's short pitting. He said he's coming in this time by.
Let me find him. Yeah, he's in this pack.
Yes, maybe next time.
Maybe next time, yeah. Actually,
still lost a little time that time.
Actually, I think they've just cut a little bit of time off that lead too. They picked up a couple of tenths, didn't they? Or
no, they actually lost.
Yeah. You're right.
They were at 22.2. They went to 22.5.
Yep. Dang. Well, they're coming up on some lap traffic here. I don't know if that may help them. Justin White and Daniel Smallwood, I guess they're gonna just stay the heck out of the way. They are inside the window. Let's see if anybody's thinking about short pitting here. Doesn't look like it, Randall, because they can go about probably about another 8 or 9 laps before they have to come in.
Well, Logan keeps talking over the radio that they need the short pit, otherwise they're not going to catch anybody.
Yeah. But he ain't getting anybody to bite on it, huh?
Brian Helm just said something about a fuel thing. Then one more next lap they're going to come in.
Oh, okay, good.
Listening to their radio communications, giving me a little inside info.
There you go. Yeah, you can do that. I can't. 17 to go, folks. Let's see if the short pitting will work, but you know, it might be such a thing. It's Josh, Jarrett, Jesse, and Bernard sees that, and they might say, "Hey, we're coming in," and if they come in on the next lap, that just kind of ruined that.
Yep.
But you never know.
That's why you got to be hush hush when you're doing that.
Yeah. And if they're announcing it right in the room, everybody's hearing it.
The 36 is definitely coming in this time.
And here they come. Let's see them all get woed down here. Brian Helm.
That 8 car is coming in.
Wow, good job. That was a
actually 11. Sorry.
Perfect pit stop by everybody right there.
We do have our moments in this league where we look like one of the best drivers out there, and then we have our moments where we're like, oh my god, is this like a bunch of 5-year-olds driving?
Yep. Well, we got a lot of guys that didn't take any tires. Some took 2. They're all going to come back out together. Very good. Another group here, Justin Warner. These guys just coming into pit road. And the Schwartz guys still staying out.
Now at this point, who's led the most laps, Rudy?
Joshua Schwartz with 35.
Anybody even close to catching him?
Logan Powers with 23.
So it looks like it's his.
Yeah, and Charles Grant with 19. But yeah, and those guys are, they're way back. Really not much of a chance of them getting up close enough to even do anything. But we'll see. I mean, after this pit stop, these guys are still out here turning laps.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, once they pit, we'll see. We'll see how close that they get by doing that short pit, because obviously these guys are not going to do that strategy.
I wonder if their thought is, let's just put as much distance as we can, and just splash and go.
Yeah, that's really all they would need, because it would be actually a quicker pit stop. If you only stopped and took 5 gallons of gas, rather than filling up your tank, like those other guys would have had to do. They would have had to fill up their tank, to make it the rest of the way.
I hear you on that. My biggest fear though at this point is your tires are worn coming in pit road. You don't want to screw up when you're running the full tank out.
Yep. Well, Steven Spears is in 5th place. They are a lap down. Brian Helm, Chris Pence, those 3 working together. A little ways back to Logan Powers. He needs a little help to get up there. Scott Johnson trying to catch up with Logan. Maybe they could get those two get together and get caught up to Brian Helm, Chris Pence up there, and Steven Spears. Koulibaly, 10th place. And he's working with the lap down car there of Evan Schroeder. So still waiting for the leaders to come to pit road. Coming down to 10 to go here in another 2 laps.
Looks like the Schwartz boys are coming in on the next lap. Just told Bernie so Bernie can stay with them. So that's what I mean. That even though they're 3 guys in front of our teammates.
Yeah.
Guess he didn't need to tell him that.
Right. Well, the 4 of them have been working together for how many laps now, so if it's working good, you don't want to break that up. The 4 of them are going to be faster than 3.
There's also a respect factor there too.
Right. Yep.
Not saying you're wrong, you're absolutely right. I mean, they're the reason why they're supersonic is because of the 4. But it's nice to know that they're not just going to leave him out to dry at that point, because if you leave him out to dry, they're guaranteed of a
Yep.
sweep in the podium.
Yeah, Bernie deserves a chance to win too. I mean, he's worked hard to get there, coming from 22nd to 4th. Obviously, the biggest mover out there tonight so far.
Yeah, we had a strategy to start in the back to avoid trouble.
Here they come. Nice, slow down, very cool, good job. Now, I'm going to bet this is going to be a very, very fast pit stop right here. This is going to be a splash of gas and get the heck out of Dodge.
Right sides for these guys.
Oh, they're going to take 2 tires. Well, they had plenty of time. They had such a huge lead. Those other guys have got to stop too.
Ironically, Josh Schwartz comes out 4th. Like
a
stop for Josh.
Yep, Jarrett will come out the lead now. He is not. Well, he did lead that lap. I'm sorry. Those guys going by our lap cars, actually getting back on the lead lap, but they've got to stop. They've got to stop for a splash of gas. Boy, I can't believe this has come down to a fuel mileage race right now, Randall. This is pretty cool.
It's always nice to see when that kind of stuff happens. Interesting thing here is Bernard Person is in second.
Well, thank you,
Schwartz
Philip.
brothers are third and fourth. All right.
Thank you, Philip. Yeah, make sure you do hit that subscribe button there, Philip, and then click the little bell by it there, and that'll give you a warning or an email, I should say, whenever we do go live. We broadcast every single night up here to iRacing. We usually have 2 races a night going up. You can check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com for the full schedule if you want. But thank you for joining us, Philip. That's pretty cool.
It might be interesting here, Bernie. I'm sorry, Rudy. Bernard Person is in second now with Jesse and Josh sitting
Right.
third and fourth. And these guys are coming up on a pack of cars. I'm wondering if this is where Bernard Person makes his move or not. If they get these guys.
Well, you know, he's kind of in the catbird seat right now, but I can see what's happening right now. Jesse and Josh are probably going to work together, and they're going to probably wait till around maybe a couple to go, or maybe even the last lap, and they're probably going to work together and try to make a pass on Jarrett and Bernie. But I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. They might just say, you know, we'll just finish like this. They've got you know, but Jesse needs the points. That's the whole thing. Jesse needs the points.
All it takes is a moment. Just like
Bernard! Was that Bernard?
Nope, that was that's the B White.
Okay. Wow, that scared the crap out of me. Oh no, what happened to him?
But just like I said, Rudy, look who's in the lead.
Yeah.
It's all it takes is one of these lap cars to get in the way, and it just makes those guys shuffle up. The only bad thing for Bernie though is he does have 3 teammates right behind him. So.
Right.
But if anybody deserves a win in this league more than anything, it's the number 23 car, and I would love to see Jesse do the right thing and push him to victory lane.
Well, they're gonna definitely. He's gonna get a lap lead right here. This will be Bernie's first lap lead of the race, and it's gonna be on lap number 94.
Might even be the first of the season.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Well, that just adds up more stats for him anyhow. In that second group, 27.7 seconds behind Steven Spears, Brian Helm, and Chris Pence. Those 3 working together. Way back, even further, is Logan Powers and Scott Johnson.
Interesting thing here, Jared Schwartz may have lost teammates here.
Uh-oh.
Curious if Josh will trail break a little to make sure he doesn't lose it. But
Yeah, that'd be the smart thing to do, because you don't want to leave. You want that 4-pack, because he's going to need somebody to pull out and go with. You don't want to lose that. Yeah,
plus that bubble of air too behind you to get that push.
Yep. Yeah, and he's got nobody behind him helping him. So, yeah, Josh needs to just burp the throttle a little bit, and he'll pick right up on it, and then they can catch right back up real quick. But it's coming down to Bernie and Jesse out front. Now they're using a little lap traffic here for some, and that's even pulling away from Josh Schwartz.
Well, Josh, I think trail break, because he realizes if he doesn't do that, he's going to lose anyway.
Yeah, because we're coming to 4 to go this time by. 4 more laps, so he's got to do it quickly here. Jarrett needs to find the gas pedal.
Excuse me for being a homer here, Rudy, but go Bernie. Burn, baby, burn.
There you go. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with rooting for your teammate. Ooh. Oh, man, lap cars stayed down low. Usually they kind of go high and let the leaders go by, but that was the number 30 there of Thomas Vanessa. He says, nope, you guys go around me. I'll just hold my line.
Bernie's saying, thank you for that.
Yeah, because Bernie he got a little squirrely there. I don't think he knew what he wanted to do right there.
Josh and Jared are formed up now. The question
Yeah.
is there too much? Are they too far behind to catch up?
Coming to 3 to go. 3 laps to go, and these guys 1.4 seconds back. They're too far to smell the draft, but they might be able to catch a little bit of draft there off of Thomas Vanessa.
Yeah, they might, unless Jesse somehow starts trail breaking or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think there's
teammates
time.
get him up. It's too much of a gap.
Yep, there's not enough time now because now Bernie's coming up on some more lap traffic, which is going to help them in the draft, him and Jesse. And that's, this would be a perfect scenario right here to end this race if this was the last lap, because Bernie's getting that draft off them guys up ahead of him and able to stay ahead of Jesse where Jesse can't get that run through the tri-oval to get by him. That would have been the perfect scenario. But it's not going to happen.
Jesse's up on that wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Hoping for Bernie to make a mistake.
Yep. And you never know. Jesse, Jesse might just be the nice guy and just not even bother pulling out. Just let Bernie go on and grab a win here. That would be really cool.
Jesse's doing the right thing on the draft and do that quarter panel side thing. Usually you can suck up pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, he's trying to get there. Let's see, Bernie's...
What'll be interesting here, Rudy, is if they catch these pack of 3 cars, do the 3 cars move out of the way? Do they scramble like cockroaches when the light gets turned on? And it'll be interesting. See, look, they're all moving around right now. So.
Well, white flags in the air. One more.
The one thing you don't want to see happen to Bernie is him get caught behind the wrong set of cars here.
Right. Exactly. And Jesse choose the other one, choose the right one.
Charles Grant should have gotten out of the way, which would have been the right thing. But look at Bernie going through the sucker hole.
Oh, man.
Go, Bernie.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he did the perfect thing right there. Boy, I'll tell you what, Jesse's going to have to figure out what he's going to do, and Bernie is going to be making the back of that car 50 feet wide. Jesse trying to pull out. I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh, no, you're kidding me. And Jesse just got turned 2. Josh is going to go on and win it. Jarrett won it.
Not what I thought would happen there.
Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, we got to go back and look at that again, Randall.
If I'm a person, I am not one happy person right now. All
right. Watching Jarrett here. Now, this all happens up in front of him. This is right here's where I'm going to get up here on Bernie, because Bernie is the one that looked like he got bumper hooked there by Jesse, I think, because they were all ganged up together. Justin Warner was there. Let me go back here from another camera angle.
Yeah, the chase view looks like Jesse goes into the 96 and
yep, bounced off of him. Yeah. Justin wasn't giving them guys a whole lot of room, but then Jesse got into the back of Bernard. Oh, man.
That's all the 27 votes, because the 96 did hold his line.
Oh, man. That is such a bummer. He had it in the bag right there, Randall.
Yeah, the only thing I would have done differently if I was Bernie is I would have blocked him.
Oh, my.
But it's a shame that happened for him, because he deserved that win.
Yes, he does. Well, Jarrett walks away with the win here. I'm trying to see what happened here, because now there was a wreck up in front of these guys as they're coming to the checkered flag. That's the wreck right there. And somehow Josh got caught up into that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because Jarrett snuck by on the outside.
Who ended up winning the race? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Jarrett. Yeah, right there, Josh got caught up with the number 30 of Tom Vanessa, and Jarrett snuck by and stole the win. Wow, amazing right there. That was one heck of a finish, man, I'm telling you. Well, I got to actually look at the final results here to see who all won, because Steven Spears second and Chris Pence third. Wow, look at that.
Definitely not the finish I anticipated there, Rudy.
No, me neither. Well, we'll get these guys up here. Start out with third place. Chris Pence, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Will you come in third, Chris? Man, I'm telling you what, when you seen cars all parting ways up there in front, what did you think?
I'm still trying to figure out how I got third. I guess there was a wreck on the last lap. I didn't even know that had happened.
Yeah, it was. Everybody got connected together on that one, and they wound up, everybody wrecking out, and Jared happened to slip by on the outside and take the win. But man, you come in third. That was a long race for you guys, but man, you guys did a fantastic job. You stayed with it, Chris. You did just what you had to do. And I know you guys were back there quite a ways and had a lot of ground to pick up, but man, it was a great race.
Yeah, it was. We had a lot of green. We were racing for fifth is what, the way I was looking at it, because I knew we were going to catch them. So, yeah, I'm surprised to get third, but I'll definitely take it.
Well, heck yeah, man. I'd take it any day of the week. It looked really good. Well, congratulations, Chris. Anybody you want to thank for third place?
Just thank Brian for helping me draft there, and, you for doing the broadcast. A lot of fun.
Well, man, that was really an interesting finish. We always know, whenever we come down to a finish like that, everybody starts getting kind of racy, and especially coming to the checkered flag. And things happen, but you manage to slip through and grab third. So go celebrate that third place. Chris, we'll see you back here next week.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to go watch the broadcast and see what happened there.
All right, buddy. Steven Spears, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy.
Well, you managed to slip through there and grab a second. So tell me about your racing out there tonight.
Yeah, I can't believe I ended up getting second out of that. That whole that last cycle there was a little bit of a mess. Apparently we didn't tear up enough race cars. We didn't make the status quo, so we had to do it on the white flag. But it benefited me, so I'll take it. It's just unfortunate for all those guys up front.
Well, it looked like it right at the end there. You and Chris Pence working together pretty well. You had Brian Helm with you and everything. But what? Bernie. Oh, he wants me to drag up Bernie too, Scott. So you want to grab him and drag up Bernie? We'll talk. We'll talk to him because Jesse just said he actually won that race. I think Jesse feels kind of guilty for bumper hooking him there. It was kind of it was just a racing incident right there at the very end. Well, anyhow, Steven, congrats on your second place, man. That was a solid run for you guys out there. Your pit strategy was not your best suit out here tonight, but staying with it and staying up there close enough that you happen to slip through and grab second place. That's got to be a really good shot in the arm right there.
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's actually first top 3 finish in IWCR, so that's always cool. And I got to thank Chris and Brian for working hard with me there. And I had to block Chris a little bit coming off of turn 2 to keep the second place, but I hope he understands about that.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a heck of a race. You guys did a great job. 100 laps and only one caution. That was pretty cool. So congrats on second place, Steven. And anybody else you want to give a thank you out to?
Yeah, I got to thank Checkers and Wreckers, IWCR, Thomas Keene, Charles Grant, Smallwood, Zach Miller. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, you got a second.
Of course, you too, Rudy. Thank you.
All right, you got a second place under your belt now, and maybe this will kind of help you out and give you a little boost in, what I want to say, courage, I guess, to go out there and try to, to do better. But we'll see you back here next week, hopefully, Steven, and maybe you can pull out another second, huh? Or a win.
Yes, sir. We'll try. Thank you, Rudy.
All right. Thank you, sir. Jared Schwartz, you got a copy?
Yes, I got you, Rudy.
Wow, man, I'm telling you, what a finish. It was looking like you weren't going to get that win.
Yeah, that last pit stop, we came out and had traffic in the way, and it really screwed my momentum, and I lost the draft. And then the unfortunate happened for Josh and Jesse and Bernie, and that just handed it over to me. I'm kind of in disbelief right now.
And I'm telling you what, well, that was one heck of a job, man. You guys did a great job on that. You guys had the run right there. I don't know exactly. We're going to have to go back. That's going to be up to admins to go look at. But there was a lot happening right there when all that was taking place, and you guys had kind of fallen back a little bit. It looked like Josh might have trail braked a little bit there to kind of pick you up. That really kind of helped out a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, it helped out quite a bit because he started losing the draft a little bit also, so he backed it up a little bit. But unfortunate things still happen for them guys. So,
Not. Well, that's got to be rough on your teammates like that to not have such a great finish. But you managed to slip through, grab the win here tonight. It's got to feel, kind of got to take the hurt out of it just a little tiny bit. But I know you didn't want to win that way, but it happens. And you know how it is, Jarrett. When you're coming to the checkered flag, that's when things always seem to happen.
yeah, I mean, it sucks taking a win that way, but also take a win any way you can get it. So
True, that is true.
A win is a win. You get it. They're very hard to come by in this league, right, Jarrett?
yeah, they're tough to get. I mean, this season has been real rough. I haven't hardly finished any races this season, and to come out with a win here is a good feeling.
Yeah, I think you were back in 15th in the points.
Yeah, I have virtually like no chance.
Yeah,
so.
15th in the points, 89 points out of the lead. But it's still early, though. This win's got to help you a little bit, kind of jump you up there, maybe a couple positions.
Oh yeah, it'll boost me up there a little bit.
Yeah. So.
And as Rudy said, it ain't over to the fat lady singing. Well, she wasn't singing.
Yeah, and man, I'll tell you what, it surprised the heck out of us, didn't it, Randall? That happened on the last lap like that.
It absolutely did, and my heart goes out to Bernie. It really does.
Yeah, I was really kind of rooting for Bernie to win there. I'd like to see him get a win.
Yep, he had it. I mean, he played everything smart. We're going to talk to him just because he had the race sewed up there. Jesse said you got to talk to Bernie because it was his race.
Yeah, hats off to him.
Yeah,
it's just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, anybody you want to thank for this win, Jarrett?
I'll thank the J. Schwartz Motorsports team, Rudy, you for doing the broadcast, and Randall for the league.
All right, brother. Well, we hope to see you back here next week. You got to defend that win here tonight.
All right. Thank you very much, Rudy.
All right. Thank you. We got Bernie in here. I don't even think I could go on his car. I don't think there's anything left of it. Bernie, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
Oh, that's got to hurt, man. I'll tell you, that's got to burn bad. You had that race in the bag. Have you guys had a chance to go back and look at it and maybe try to make some sense of what happened there?
Yeah, I'll probably go back and look at it later. But, man, I had a blast out there. I had a lot of fun. It was fun leading. That last lap, I was really hoping that Jesse was going to push me past the lap cars so him and I can fight it through the tri-oval. But then when I saw him stay up there, I was like, man, I'm going to try to stay as close as I can to these lap cars.
Right.
But it was fun. I had fun racing with those guys. Brought back a lot of good old memories.
Rudy, now you know why I say he's the nicest guy out on the track, and that's why I was rooting so hard for him to win. Because even getting messed up and turned and getting cheated out of a win, he still takes the high route, which that's just his personality, 100%. Yep. That's why I love having him as a teammate.
I know it. Yeah, he's pretty laid back and relaxed about it. That's pretty cool, Bernie. Well, I'll tell you, it was your race that you had it sewed up, and you heard what I said with Jesse. Jesse just poked me here a couple minutes ago, and he said to talk to you. He said you better interview Bernie. He won this race. Pull up in there. That's what he said. I was like, yeah, you had it won. It was your race, Bernie. I mean, we should have probably been talking to you in Victory Lane instead of Jarrett. No offense, Jarrett, but you know,
I don't take any offense to that. He should be up here.
Yeah.
You know what? Jarrett ran a good race. Those guys helped me out a lot. They helped me. I was pitting with them, and hey, congrats. It was great. I had a blast. It was fun racing.
Oh, that's really cool, Bernie. Well, congrats on leading some laps out there. We were really hoping that maybe you were going to pull out a win. Let's see, taking a look at, let's see, where the heck are you? Oh, you did get the lead 6 laps. So.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's super speedway. You never know what's going to happen.
That's right. Exactly. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, and better luck next week, Bernie. Maybe you're going to finally get a win here. You've ran so good in the past few weeks here. This week here really proved you got what it takes to stick with them guys that are fast, and you did a great job of it. Hit your pit marks, stayed in contact with them. Communication, I always say, is a key factor in any kind of racing. You've got to stay in communication with who you're racing around, you know. And if you don't have the communication, you're not going to have good racing. So, but
exactly.
But all right, well, thanks a lot. I'll be back in a minute.
Thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, we're going to run down through the results here real quick, and we'll get the heck out of here. Jared Schwartz sneaking by, grabbing that win. Steven Spears in second. Chris Pence finishing third. Brian Helm fourth. Scott Johnson fifth. James Coulibaly sixth. Logan Powers seventh. Bernard Person finishes way back in eighth place. He should have won the race, but he still finished eighth. Jesse Schwartz ninth. Charles Grant Jr. in 10th. Joshua Schwartz finishing 11th. Justin Warner 12th. Thomas Vanessa finishing 13th. Evan Schroeder 14th. Brent Lay 15th. Thomas Keene 16th. James Hobgood in 17th. DeAndre Artis finishing 18th. Scott Russell 19th. Justin White 20th. Daniel Smallwood finishing 21st. Travis Browder 22nd. Thomas Brandner with a disappointing finish way back in 23rd, so it's not going to be a good points night for him. Randall Drake upsetting 24th place finish. Kevin Burris 25th. Michael Gonzalez 26th. And Tony Pizarro and Brian Friend did not start the race. So big congratulations again here in Victory Lane. We will get these guys up here. And, man, I'll tell you what, it was good to talk to these guys in Victory Lane again. Jarrett pulling out the win here tonight. Bernie should have won it, but that is super speedway racing, folks. You just got to learn to accept it. And Bernie took it with a great grain of salt right there. I got to give my hat off to him, man. That was just amazing, amazing talking to him and a good attitude to have. So, well, thanks a lot for joining us here tonight. We appreciate it, folks. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.